going anywhere whatsoever. You want to take that plane, run through God knows how many different things on the back end to make sure we're 100% protected, and then use it for something else or put it in a museum. Great. We'll take that gift and put it in a museum. I don't want the president I voted for to be flying that place anywhere.
In this video, we joined Patrick Bet-David on the PBD podcast. Patrick Bet-David's co-hosts Vinny Oshana and Adam Sosnick get into an argument about Qatar gifting President Trump a $400 million plane. With that, let's watch Patrick Bet-David shut down his co-host claims regarding the matter.
No, but you were trying to.
Vinny, shush for a second.
You were trying to relate.
What do you know about Qatar?
Let me hear you this. Tell me where you're going with Qatar.
Okay, so what I would want to understand is this is a pretty outrageous gift, a $400 million luxury gift that Qatar is just giving. And by the way, if you say you don't know, tell me what you know about Qatar, what they're doing in the world. Do you have any idea?
Adam, I'm still waiting.
Just answer the specific question.
If he's not going to give you the answer, you go ahead and say it.
But
just tell me.
Do you know anything
Tell me
about
about Qatar.
Do you know anything?
Yeah, it's a Middle Eastern country.
Yeah,
Adam.
Okay, they're just a Middle Eastern country. Qatar is quietly becoming a major power player in the Middle East. This $400 million luxury jet, by the way, if they gave it to Joe Biden, the right would be going insane, including you. What is this? So Qatar, what I know about Qatar is they're one of the richest petro-states in the world. I think their GDP is one of the highest in the world, GDP per capita. They're funding terrorism and extremism and jihadism all around the world. And now all of a sudden, they're giving us a $400 million jet. They're a double agent. And we'll get to what they're doing in our universities and our influencers. They're a double agent. They're basically saying, hey, America, we're on your side. We're here funding terrorism. They're fighting terrorism. And then they're secretly funding terrorism. And they're letting Hamas hang out in their luxury hotels in Doha. So it's lipstick on a pig. And I'm very concerned about this. Why would you accept? He's saying, well, listen, if someone wants to give you a free putt, you just take the putt. Mr. President, this ain't golf. This ain't Jack Nicklaus. This ain't Arnold Palmer. This ain't Sam Snead. This is a terrorist state who's aligned with Iran and China to some regard, gifting you a $400 million plane. You don't have any concerns whatsoever. They're housing Hamas. They're supporting Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, ISIS. They're sowing.
It is an extravagant gift. I actually did not know those things about Qatar. If what Adam's saying is true, I can see how the optics look bad. Now, I will say, before I watched this video, just the little bit I've heard about it, when I heard Trump was going to take the jet, and of course everyone was freaking out, my initial thought was, I trust Donald Trump. If he wants to take it, he can take it. It's not a gift personally to him. It's a gift to our country. I had no problem with it. And maybe that makes me a sycophant, but I really trust Donald Trump's judgment. It wasn't some behind closed doors transaction or something, the way Biden did seemingly throughout his entire political career. Donald Trump's honest with us. I mean, that's kind of how I feel. You may not like it, but it is what it is. But I haven't seen this video. I'm looking forward to watching it and seeing if I change my mind based on any of the arguments. Let's get back to it.
Discord all over the Middle East. And by the way, don't take Adam's word for it. He's just some dumb Jew on the internet. Do you know whose word you should take for it? How about the following? The following countries that have severed all diplomatic ties from Qatar: Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, and Egypt, because they've accused Qatar of supporting terrorism and destabilizing the Middle East. So this hidden agenda that Qatar has when they're funding universities and sowing discord, and NGOs and think tanks, and now paying influencers to sow discord around the United States, I have massive concerns. So this lipstick on a pig with this $400 million gift is going to come at a price. They say there's no such thing as a free lunch. Well, this is a free freaking plane. So if that doesn't have concerns, I don't know what does.
So you think Trump is getting played? You think Trump is getting played?
Blame it on BD.
You don't think Trump? You think Trump is getting played?
You're trying to tell me
you think
if Qatar gave Biden a $400 million airplane, would you have any questions?
No, I question everything, but you
Okay,
just
but you're
talk
not
about
questioning
you
this.
just talk about reporting. Do you know all the details and what entails everything about this story? Just like how
Listen.
you asked me about my story. Do you know that he's not flying? He's not going to be on this thing. This thing is going to go in a museum.
Thank you, Qatar.
No,
but we're
you
good.
say thank you and move. No,
because
you take
this
it.
is going to come at a price.
Again, I don't know the.
If Vladimir Putin pours you a vodka and says, "Have a drink,"
Okay, so
you drinking that thing?
Let me take a
Hell
pause.
no.
Tom, I'm coming to you. I got some thoughts on this because it's all.
If you like watching videos like this one, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Let's get back to the video.
Play this clip. Go for it.
Rather, who has really, we've helped them a lot over the years in terms of security and safety. I think they, and very, very nicely, and I have a lot of respect for the leadership and for the leader, Qatar. And I think they knew about it because they buy Boeings. They buy a lot of Boeings. And they knew about it. And they said, we would like to do something. And if we can get a 747 as a contribution to our Defense Department to use during a couple of years while they're building the other ones, I think that was a very nice gesture. Now, I could be a stupid person and say, oh, no, we don't want a free plane. We give free things out. We'll take one, too. And it helps us out because, again, we're talking about we have 40-year-old aircraft. The money we spend, the maintenance we spend on those planes to keep them tippy-top is astronomical. You wouldn't even believe it. So I think it's a great gesture from Qatar. I appreciate it very much.
And do you have the other clip?
Never be.
There's a clip where the lady says, "You're ABC, aren't you? You're this ABC."
When he's signing the.
Yeah, when you do that one, and then I want to get into it, so we can go to the next story.
Okay.
Go ahead.
People who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you, why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why
It's
not?
only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us, I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. You know, there was an old golfer named Sam Snead. Did you ever hear him? He won 82 tournaments. He was a great golfer. And he had a motto, when they give you a putt, you say, thank you very much. You pick up your ball and you walk to the next hole. A lot of people are stupid. They say, no, I insist on putting it. And then they putt it and they miss it.
Piss off their partner.
And their partner gets angry at them. You know what? Remember that, Sam Snead. When they
Pause it.
give you a putt.
Okay, so there's two things to talk about here. There's Israel. We can't just completely forget about that story with Netanyahu, and then there's the Qatar story. So for me, okay, in a dark way,
I got to tell you, I start getting swayed like every time I hear an argument for either side. As for Adam's argument, I think the optics are bad. I still don't believe it's illegal. And by the optics being bad, it just opens up opportunities for the Democrats to spread lies unnecessarily, meaning if he didn't accept the plane. And the Democrats are already doing so much to get in his way to achieve the things on his agenda. We don't need to give them more fuel to do that. Now, on the flip side, I trust Donald Trump's judgment. And then when he spoke, I was like, wait a second. Yeah, we pay money for every single thing around the world. We've sent money to horrible countries. We've sent weapons to horrible countries. You know, we've had deals and alliances with a lot of countries that aren't so great or have different values than ours, and I don't encourage us doing that. But if we're honest with ourselves, we do it all too often. So when Trump says, yeah, I'm just going to be an idiot and not accept a free airplane, I understand why he's saying that. It's like, is it better to receive a gift from a shady Middle Eastern country if everything that Adam's saying is true, or is it better to fund them with weapons and money? The final thing is, I think we've given a lot. We give and we give and we give. So to receive one time, it's kind of nice. Anyway, let's wrap the video.
let's play devil's advocate in a very dark way of killing an enemy. Okay? Give them a gift. That gift is what? Pagers. The pagers then do what?
Blow up.
And then you die, right?
Well,
okay.
Technically, it wasn't a gift.
I know it wasn't a gift.
Purchased them.
They purchased them, right. So they blow.
It wasn't
okay.
a gift at all.
Totally get it. But I'm now saying that let's go even worse. So if that's something you're buying, it's even worse. Now think about gift.
Mm-hmm.
You give a gift. The gift is a plane.
Yeah.
And it's to fly the president. I don't want the president in that plane at all going anywhere whatsoever. You want to take that plane run through God knows how many different things on the back end to make sure we're 100% protected, and then use it for something else or put it in a museum, great. We'll take that gift and put it in a museum. I don't want the president I voted for to be flying that place anywhere. I just don't trust it. And Qatar, you know, the World Cup history, we've all read about it. We've all heard about it. These guys went above and beyond to make sure they got that deal. And by the way, it sucked. The World Cup wasn't exciting over there. The heat, the weather, the temperatures, what it was like, and it's now empty. Who the hell is waking up saying, I want to go play soccer over there? Those are empty places.
Well, what do you guys think? First of all, do you think it's legal for Donald Trump to accept the plane on behalf of the United States? And secondly, do you think Donald Trump should accept the plane from Qatar? Let us know in the comments. Anyway, as always, really appreciate you watching, and we will see you on the next one.